Here we go. This is the Rastafari Samurai. Never leaving you dry in your eye. I approve this message nationwide scene. We are here at Down to Earth Podcast. You don't know with Ammoye. You don't know. I'm just taking up a little bit of her time here. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations to your
Thank you.
nominee of
Thank
Juno
you.
nominee of Water.
Hi, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. The six nominations.
Six.
Yeah,
Wow.
this is the sixth nomination. I know.
Holy wow. That must be like an experience. It
I
has to be.
know.
And you
You know what?
performed.
And I performed at the Juno Fest, and this was I have to say, this was my most favorite Juno experience. The
Okay.
support was overwhelming, and so regardless that I didn't win this year again, I felt like a winner in every sense of the way. And
You're
so,
always a winner in
word and
my eyes.
yeah, thank you, thank you,
All
thank
the
you.
time, all the time. The first time I ever seen you was a few years ago at a festival in the park. It was
Oh yeah,
with Blessed, Mishi Me, and
oh yeah,
CL Smooth. I remember that day. You had
sweet.
blonde hair that day. It was a blonde puff.
It's a lot
Yes. I remember it like it was yesterday.
today.
I was
Wow.
high up in the crowd and I was like, who is that? I was like,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden you started singing. I went, whoa. I went,
Wow.
wow. What? Ever since then, I've been watching ever since.
Oh,
Ever
I
since
appreciate
then.
this support. This
And
support has, I gotta let you know today. You've been supporting me all this time, and I want to tell you that it doesn't go over my head. It's very much so appreciated.
because you do consistency. You do
Thank you.
consistency with your music because you enjoy what you do.
I do. I
You know what
do.
I
Music
mean?
is my life. Music is my life. That's my mantra.
And the thing is, what
Yeah.
you enjoy doing, others embrace on like to my ear, it's sweet. It's so sweet. Like I could keep on playing your music. You know what I mean? Like no real. Like
Yeah,
don't
I
get me wrong.
appreciate
I
that.
listen to a lot of music, but when
Yeah.
it comes to R&B and songstress and stuff like that and everything, there's certain key things to my ear I only like to listen to. And I like to know what you like to listen to. Like who inspired you? In fact, what started you with music? I like to start with there first.
Yeah.
Like what inspired you?
Well, I started singing in the church. I was raised by my grandparents, my grandmother, and my grandfather, and they were strict Christians in Jamaica. And so they had me singing in the church choir at
Okay.
a very young age. I think I started singing in the choir from around 3 years old. We
Okay.
were singing in the church choir. Me and my siblings and all my aunts, they all sing.
So it's in your
And
soul, it's in your
it's in
DNA.
my blood, exactly, exactly. My grandfather played the banjo and the guitar, and
Okay.
always like making beats, stomping his finger on any little thing, and it surface, he would be making a beat, making a beat. So that was where I started. And my grandmother realized that I had talent, so she got us some vocal classes with Mrs. Bygrave, my first vocal teacher,
Okay.
and. Eventually, at first I wasn't into music. Like I wasn't into, I was,
Really?
no, it wasn't because
Seriously?
I was more into dancing. I wasn't into the singing thing because I was too
Wow.
nervous. I was
Okay.
too scared of the audience. The audience would freak me out.
Okay,
Singing in front
so
of people
so I
freak
have
me
to
out.
ask you this then, since you tell me that, you are
Yeah,
no stranger to the audience now.
I know.
So what broke it? What broke that point?
So I used to back then in high school I went to Clarinet College
Okay.
and Chapelton in Jamaica, and I was a part of a dance group called Sis, Princess Five. Princess
Okay.
Five. Even though it was six of us, don't ask me why we were called Princess Five. But I fell in love with performing in front of an audience,
Okay.
doing dancing, and because I had the other girls around me too,
Okay.
made it more comfortable for me. They used to call me No Bones
No, but
because I don't no bones because I could do all the moves, man. You could any
wow.
moves. I would be able to do it and do it in my unique way. They used to call me No Bones. I was so good at dancing,
Okay.
and and then my grandmother I used to hide and dance. She didn't even know at first that I was dancing. Because remember
Okay.
I told you that she was strict. She was
Yeah.
not gonna have. She was
I
not.
could bet. She's not
Yeah.
having that.
No, she was not having that. So that was my way of expressing myself behind the scenes. But she saw that I had talent before
Okay.
I saw that I had talent with music. And she kept on pushing me to sing solos because they recognized that I had talent. And seeing how the people in the audience were responding to how what I was singing and how what was coming out from my mouth or whatever. Now I know that this is now my light portal. What
Okay.
comes out of my voice box, my mouthpiece, is not just by accident. It's more than it's an energetic exchange. It's coming from the highest part and highest version of who I am, the God part of me. This is no mistake why they gave me this gift to be able to sing. It's
Definitely.
because I heal through music.
Yeah.
So she saw that. She recognized that my grandmother. And
Okay.
so she pushed me. And the more that she did that and seeing how the audience was responding and reciprocating what I was giving out, I fell in love. I
Okay.
fell in love. I got bitten by the music, the singing bug.
Okay.
And I used to run up into the backyard. We used to call it backland in Jamaica.
Buckland.
And go up, yes, backland and go up into the mango tree there. Because I was a tomboy back then too.
Okay.
I was
All
a
right.
huge tomboy. I wasn't the girly girl that you see now.
Okay. All right. Well. All right.
But I still have that inside of me. I'm always gonna be that tomboy. So I used to run up inside of the mango tree them and sing to the animals and I'm a tree hugger. I name all my plants. If you come into my home, you'll be introduced to all my plants with their specific names and energies, and I'm that girl. And
Okay.
so I used to sing to the plants and the animals. And the more I did that, I just fell in love. I fell in love with the energy of music and the gift that I felt that I was giving out. It was more so this healing energy.
It seemed like you got spiritual.
I did, I
You
did,
got more
I did.
spiritual
Even
with the
though I didn't
music.
know what it was, even though at the time, because I was so young, I didn't know. But now I know what that was. And eventually, I just recognized what my purpose is, and this is my purpose: is to heal people and activate people through music.
Oh, that's a definitely with your voice. It's heaven. It's definitely
Thank you,
heavenly
thank
for
you.
sure. For sure. That's why they have to recognize for the Junos for sure. But you have a fantastic work ethic. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like real. Like you're a perfectionist. I have to say
A
that.
little bit, yeah. Well, I'm a Virgo, and apparently that's a part of the
Definitely.
attributes of a Virgo. Yeah, yeah.
For sure. For sure.
Because
Definitely.
I want to master. I wanted to master my talent. I wanted to. I didn't want to take it for granted. I knew that I was given this for a reason. There's no coincidence in me
Oh,
having this
there is.
talent. So I wanted to
You,
excuse
you,
the loudness. There's a
you
whole get together segment.
you are meant for this. You are meant
Yes.
for this. And you've been traveling with your voice.
Yes.
You've been
Yes.
traveling the world, in
Yes.
fact.
Yes. Absolutely.
Mind me
This is one of the
asking, do
gifts
you
of
recall
music.
a few places have you been to?
Yeah, man. I mean, I've been all over. I've been to Shanghai. I've been to Serbia, Germany. I've been
Okay.
to Netherlands. I've been to Mexico. I've been to Brazil. I've been all over. Like, I mean, but there's places that I want to go. I want to go to Africa now,
Okay.
very much so, and other places in Asia like Hong Kong and Japan. I mean, there's so many places that I want to go
But,
to Timbuktu, man, and bring my music there.
but
I want to go everywhere.
but you don't only get to visit these places, you get to embrace your voice with these places.
Exactly, exactly,
That's the beauty of it.
exactly. Yes,
And the experiences from each place to love.
yes.
You know
Exactly.
what I mean? I would have to say. You know,
Yeah.
but I would have to ask you a question here. What my brother wanted to ask here, he was
Yeah.
he wanted to say what do you think of the current state of the reggae music?
Huh. That's an interesting question. I mean, the current state of reggae music in Canada, you mean, or just worldwide?
Well, let's start with here home. What do you
Yeah,
think of the
Canada.
current state in Canada?
I feel like there's a lot more to be done. There's so much talent here, for one, in reggae music. But I feel like we don't get enough credit and acknowledgement or support. There's no infrastructure here for one
Okay.
as well.
I agree. Well, I agree. It's that's why
Yeah,
enough of y'all have
unfortunately.
to leave, such as
Yeah,
yourself.
and figure it out on our
Yes,
own. You know what I mean?
exactly.
Be the the trailblazers, and
You
figure it
damn
out.
right.
But I mean,
Well, right now
this is
you're a trailblazer yourself
uh,
now.
thank you,
And
thank you.
another one is Kirk Diamond.
Yes, I love me some Kirk
You
Diamond,
know what I mean?
who
Real,
won this year the second Juno win, along with
definitely.
Cairo, and so I mean. And I mean, Escaliva has been doing a lot too for reggae in
Yes,
Canada, and so many other people like that don't get the credit that they deserve. But I feel like if we stay consistent,
consistency.
yes, if we stay consistent and keep on showing up and showing out that we are here.
That's what I admire about you. You're not like certain individuals like divas. You're so
No.
down to earth. You know
Oh
what I mean? Like
yes.
attitude is a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
gets you far. One of the sayings I go by is, manners get you far, right? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I have manners. So
Yeah,
you know
and
what I
I
mean?
attribute that. I agree with that. I attribute that to my grandmother, being raised by my grandmother. She was the cornerstone of the family, and she was a salt of the earth kind of human being. Like, she taught me everything that I know about how to, have value and and, and morals and just to be a good human being. Give out what you want to receive. Treat people how you want to be treated. And so I don't go around acting like I'm better than. I know that I'm unique. I know that you're unique, and I celebrate your unique qualities. And I would expect for you to celebrate my unique qualities as
The
well. This
only
is
the
how I
only
approach life.
competition you should be in your own competition.
Exactly.
What
Exactly.
could I do to make the next hit?
Exactly.
N-
Exactly.
Not a
Exactly.
track, a hit.
Exactly. Exactly.
And speaking of hits,
Yeah.
water right there,
Ah.
water.
Yes.
I
Yes.
have to ask you this. How long did it take you to write water?
Water, I have to be honest, as I would say about most about the albums that I've created, I feel like they've been inside of me all my life. Just waiting
Okay.
for the right moment to
Yes.
come to manifestation.
And I know that you still got more in you.
So
A
much
lot
more, so much
more.
more. But water came about because of the place that I am now in my life and at the
Okay.
time. Water signifies a marker
Yes.
in my life of this. I've been going through this spiritual awakening journey. I've been waking up more and more and more and more, waking up, be more conscious of who I am, why I'm here, what my purpose is here, and all of it, and what the part that I'm playing is in this humanity experience, earth experience, all of it. And so water signifies this new rebirth, if you will, since waking up in 2012. I can say that 2012 has been a catalytic, profound year for me because that's when I was conscious
Yes.
of this relationship with my higher self, spirit, God, source, love, whatever the creator, whatever you call it. I call it spirit. This conscious relationship with spirit, intimate relationship. I mean, I told you that I was raised in the church, but I became more aware of this unique personal relationship with God, source, spirit, as I call it, in 2012. It transformed my music. It transformed my voice, my life, everything.
You're saying evolution.
The evolution, the
Evol-
expansion of
so
Ammoye. Yes.
so
And
you've
so
gone through
water,
your own evolution,
yes, and still going through it.
and you're still going through it.
Yes, so water is just the marker of that point where I'm now acknowledging this new me, this new version of Ammoye since waking up in 2012. And where I am and what I'm learning and putting that into the music.
Okay. Well, I like to know what's in store in the future for Amoy,
The
for
shift.
music, and all of that. Or
The continuous shift. The next album is gonna be called The Shift. And
okay,
that is me shifting from the old to the new. The
okay,
new, and I mean that not just on a individual level, but a collective level. I see that happening for not just myself, but all of us on this planet. So much is changing in our world. Like the powers that used to be are no longer in control. They might look like they are, but they aren't. They aren't. Their time is done. It's a changing of the guard, you see.
Is there
And this,
is
yes.
there a certain time limit you're gonna give yourself for that?
The ideas are coming. I'm getting the downloads right now from my higher self. The idea came to me that the shift is going to be the next project, and I'm getting ideas for the songs that I want to write and the subject matter that I want to tackle. So all of that is coming into fruition now. I'll probably be ready to release it, say 2024. I
Okay.
would say. I think this year is going to be the making of the shift.
Well, I'm always patience for quality.
But
You
you'll
know.
hear singles, so you'll hear projects that I'm working on different and
Okay.
singles coming out until
Okay.
the album is ready. Yeah.
All right. At
Yeah.
least an EP is gonna be coming up.
Yeah. You'll hear
Okay.
singles and stuff like
All
that.
right.
For sure,
Okay.
for sure,
All
for
right.
sure.
That I'm looking forward to definitely,
Yeah.
and videos. At
And
least one or
videos.
two
There's
videos.
always videos, yes. I mean, I did
Okay.
freaking 5 videos for the last album, so there's always going to be videos.
Your
I
work,
want to
your
show you,
work.
yeah.
And then after that, it's campaigning, promotion, and probably back to
And
touring.
touring. No, we're touring right now. We're getting ready to because I don't know if you know, but I just signed with 2 booking agencies.
Okay.
Um, you Will Love It Live
All right.
is taking care of my bookings within Canada and the States and so forth. And I just also signed with Pasta Music for the Quebec territory and the French-speaking territories and countries. So, and we're working now on a tour run, and so that's what's coming. That's what's coming.
Wow.
So we're gonna be all over the place, all over
Wow.
the place.
Consistency. When do you
Yeah.
get the time to rest?
Like
I
right
have
now,
that.
like right now, tonight
Oh
I'm
no
actually
no 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 no. This
working.
this
I'm
this is
working, but
no, this is kind of family time. I'm kind of invading it a
yes,
little, but
yes, but it's
but
all
the
good.
thing is, I watch you like the Batman. Like you work out. You're in the
Yeah,
studio. You're on
yeah,
tour. When do you
yeah.
have time to sleep?
I do, man. You know what? Since waking up and going more so within, I understand and have recognized that it's good to be balanced
Okay.
in my life. Make
All right.
time for the work that I do, make time for my family. Like I'm here right now celebrating my mom's retirement.
Good.
At 67, she's
Good.
retired, and
Good.
I'm so happy for her.
Good.
And I make time for my love life.
That's good.
I make time for my friends, and
That's
I make
good.
time for me, for me.
All right.
And I do that. I don't take that for granted. I do my massages. I get my spa time. I make time for walking out and love nature. I'm a nature girl.
You are a perfect example of Superwoman.
I know.
You know what I
Yes,
mean?
yes. I
Straight
make
up.
time for all of it. And so my time for rest is when I make time to go by myself or with my partner to go for walks into nature. And I love being by the water. And I get to connect even more with Mama Gaia, Mama Pacha, whatever you call it, Gaia,
Ah,
Mama Nature,
that's
my
right.
guides, my spiritual guides, meditating. That is my time for rest and rejuvenation and refueling. You know, going up to the cottage country up north too is one of my favorite things to do.
That's right.
To be by the lake and just be out
Getting
away from
away
the
from all
city.
the noise, all
Yes,
the
getting away from
interference
the
of the
hustle bustle.
frequencies.
Yes, and disconnecting from all
And
of the
that's the times when you
technologies.
could probably get so creative with your writing.
Exactly, you know it. That's exactly what happens. And so I love making time for that those moments. And
I'm a
so and
spiritual person myself. I love to be
yeah.
out in nature when I can.
Yes, and I do that as much as I can.
That
That's my favorite time, is to be out in nature.
well, I don't want to take up too much of your time with your family here, but once again, I have to say congratulations to your
Thank
nominee
you.
for water
Thank you.
and
Thank you
everything.
so much.
Amoy is an alumni. No, with you know what I mean. She's family to D2E.
Yes.
You know what I mean, straight up.
Yes.
And
Yes.
anything
Yes.
new, push it our way again. You done know
Yes.
for sure, for sure. But
You.
before we
Yeah.
go, Amoy,
Yeah.
could you
Yeah.
could you give a shout out to Down to Earth podcast?
Look at me. Of course, man. Down to earth. B2E. Family for life.
Nice.
Big up.
Thank
Enough
you.
respect.
Done, no,
Enough respect.
done, no.
Enough respect.
And one more thing, let them know before we go where they can find you on all digital platforms.
Yeah, man. You can find me on Instagram, which we are more active at Ammoye's Music, Ammoyes Music. The same handle on Facebook as well, my fan page. And on Twitter, it's Ammoye's Music as well, actually. Yeah. Same Ammoyes Music on Twitter. And YouTube, it's Ammoye Music. And on TikTok, it's Ammoye.
You're done, no.
And
Yeah.
my website is Ammoye.com.
All right. Yo, you gotta shoot that my way so we could promote that. You know what I
Yes, I'll
mean?
do that. I'll do
For
that. I'll
sure,
do
for
that.
sure.
Yes, yes.
But once again, thank you. It's been a pleasure. But before we go, I have to say this. This is the Rastafari Ras Samurai, never leaving you dry in your eye. I approve this message. Nation, what? You done know.
Yeah,
It's been a
yeah, yeah.
pleasure, my
My
dear.
pleasure too.
Of
My
course.
pleasure
Have a good night and
too.
tell
You too.
moms, have a happy, be the earth strong.
Mom, mommy, say bye. She's saying happy retirement.
Happy, happy
Retirement.
retirement. You
Yeah.
done know.
Thank
All
you.
right then. Have a good
Thank
night,
you.
my dear.
You too, my love.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Bless them.